Hey guys, it's Mr. Tim here with another extension activity, and today we're going to be learning about rugby league, but in particular the different types of kicking we can do in rugby league. We're going to focus on three types of kicks today. We've got the high kick, or as some people might know it, the bomb. We have the grubber kick, which travels along the ground, and the place kick, which can be used for after you score a try or to start and restart a game. Let's get to it. The first kick we'll be looking at is the high kick. So we're going to have a little bit of a quick demonstration on the technique, and then we'll have a little challenge for you at the end. Okay, so the technique with the high kick, we start with our grip. Now our grip, we have the hamburger hands. Okay, so pretend like you're holding a hamburger, you're holding the ball, but we're going to flip it so our thumbs are pointing down. Okay, so our hands are on the side of the ball, thumbs in the middle, pointing down. So everything is pointing down to the ground. All right, the next thing we're going to look at is what part of our foot we want to be kicking with. Okay, so to get the best accuracy from this kick, okay, we want to be trying to kick the front of our foot here. Okay, so what we're going to do is, instead of throwing the ball up in the air and kick it, we're simply going to drop the ball and then swing our leg at the same time. So what you can do to practice is simply drop the ball and then swing your leg. Okay, so it's drop and swing, and trying to get that timing right. Okay, so it's dropping it out in front, swinging. Okay, just practice swinging the leg down. All right, when you're ready for contact, where do we make contact with the ball? Well, if we're holding the ball, it's actually going to be pointing towards us. Okay, so we don't want the ball pointing forwards, we want to be the ball pointing towards us, because when we end up kicking it, it's going to travel around like this. Okay, so when it's kicked, well, you know the ball is going to be traveling back. All right, so I'll give you a quick little demonstration just to myself. Okay, notice the rotation of the ball there coming back towards me, so that means I've struck the ball well. Okay, so as a challenge, you're going to see how high you can kick. It's so important to be able to kick the ball really high in rugby league, so it's hard for the opposing team to try and catch it, because the higher it goes, the more it swirls around in the wind. So we're going to do a quick little challenge now of how high you can kick the ball, and for that extra bonus challenge, can you catch it before it hits the ground? Good luck. All right, so to really challenge yourself, try and do 10 kicks, okay? If you drop it, that's okay. It's more about how high you can kick the ball. So remember, thumbs pointing down, fingers pointing down, ball pointing down, back of the ball pointing towards you. It's from the side on view, I'm making contact with the laces there. I'm trying to get the ball to spin backwards. Give it a go. Okay, the next kick we're going to do is the grubber kick. So we don't have to kick the ball really high all the time. Sometimes we can get it along the ground for our team to try and get it. Okay, so the grubber kick is going to work on that. Now we have the same technique as the high kick in terms of where we place our hands on the ball. Okay, so the thumbs pointing down, but this time when you kick the ball, you're going to kick it a little bit lower. Okay, so with the high kick, your point of kick is going to be obviously a bit higher. With the grubber kick, you're going to drop it and make contact with the ball really low. Okay, so I'll give you a quick demonstration. Right, so same with the grubber kick, you want to try and to go end over end. So we have a look again. The ball travels, my head still, looking it down. The ball is traveling in that forward motion, okay, to keep it along the ground. A challenge with the grubber kick, you might like to set up a bit of a 10-pin bowling situation. So if you have some objects that stand up nice and tall that you don't mind being knocked over, you can then try and do a bit of grubber kick 10-pin bowling. So I've set my cones up here. The challenge here is to try and knock down the cones as quickly as possible, so in the least amount of kicks. Let's give it a go. Oh, that took me a long time. See how many kicks it takes you to knock down all the cones. Good luck, everybody. So all NRL kickers, they have a kicking tee that they use. So if you're lucky enough to have a kicking tee, you're going to be able to kick it a bit more accurate. If you don't, you have a couple of cones, then I'll show you a nifty way to get a place kick going. One cone down, other cone rests here. So now I've got my ball pointing forward, okay? This is going to make it a bit more accurate, all right? And I'm going to be kicking just on this part of the ball, okay? So instead of the whole belly to get me a bit of power, okay, now I'm going to be trying to accurate. And I'm just kicking the little part of the ball here. Much more accurate there, okay? So give that place kick challenge a go. Thanks for doing Tim's extension video on the different ways of kicking in rugby league. I hope you had fun and learned something. Now it's time to give it all a go. Who's got game? You've got game.